Jammu has become the latest hotspot in the ongoing battle against terrorism in India. The rise in terrorist activities in this region has alarmed both local and international observers. This shift from Kashmir to Jammu has raised numerous questions about the underlying strategies and objectives of the terrorist groups involved. In recent months, the frequency and intensity of attacks in Jammu have increased significantly. This surge has not only caused widespread fear among the residents but also posed new challenges for the security forces. Understanding the reasons behind this shift is critical for developing effective counter-terrorism strategies. The sudden escalation in violence has disrupted the daily lives of the people in Jammu. Schools and businesses have been forced to close, and the constant threat of attacks has created a climate of fear. The impact of these events extends beyond the region, affecting national security and international relations. As the situation continues to evolve, it is essential to delve deeper into the factors driving this change. By examining recent incidents and their broader implications, we can gain a clearer understanding of the current landscape of terrorism in Jammu. Traditionally, Kashmir has been the epicenter of terrorist activities in India. However, recent developments indicate a strategic shift towards Jammu. This change in focus is not arbitrary. It is driven by specific reasons and objectives. Understanding these motivations is crucial for addressing the threat effectively. One of the primary reasons for this shift is the increased security presence in Kashmir. Over the years, the Indian government has bolstered its military and intelligence efforts in the region, making it more difficult for terrorist groups to operate. As a result, these groups have started targeting areas with relatively less security, such as Jammu. Another factor contributing to this shift is the symbolic significance of Jammu. As a region with a diverse population and significant religious sites, attacks in Jammu are intended to create maximum disruption and attract widespread attention. By targeting Jammu, terrorist groups aim to create a sense of vulnerability and chaos across India. Furthermore, the geographical terrain of Jammu provides certain tactical advantages for terrorist operations. The region's rugged landscape and porous borders make it easier for militants to infiltrate and evade security forces. This has made Jammu an attractive target for groups looking to exploit these vulnerabilities. Understanding the reasons behind this shift is essential for developing effective counter-terrorism strategies. By addressing the root causes and adapting to the changing tactics of terrorist groups, security forces can better protect the region and its residents. The past few months have seen several high-profile terrorist attacks in Jammu. These incidents have not only resulted in significant loss of life, but also highlighted the evolving tactics of terrorist groups. By examining these cases, we can gain insights into the current state of terrorism in the region. One of the most devastating attacks occurred in January 2024, when a suicide bomber targeted a crowded marketplace in Jammu city. The explosion killed over 30 people and injured many others. The attack was claimed by a well-known militant group, underscoring the persistent threat posed by these organizations. In March 2024, another major incident took place when militants ambushed a convoy of security forces on the outskirts of Jammu. The attackers used sophisticated weapons and tactics, indicating a high level of planning and coordination. This ambush resulted in the deaths of several security personnel and highlighted the ongoing challenges faced by the authorities. In addition to these large-scale attacks, there have been numerous smaller incidents, such as targeted killings and bombings. These activities have created a pervasive sense of fear among the residents and disrupted normal life in the region. Each incident adds to the growing list of casualties and underscores the urgent need for effective counter-terrorism measures. The recent wave of attacks has also attracted international attention. Countries around the world have condemned the violence and expressed solidarity with India. This global response highlights the broader implications of the situation in Jammu and the need for a coordinated effort to combat terrorism. The surge in terrorist activities has had a profound impact on the local communities in Jammu. The constant threat of violence has disrupted daily life and created a climate of fear and uncertainty. Understanding these impacts is crucial for addressing the needs of the affected populations. One of the most immediate effects of the violence is the loss of life and the resulting trauma for the families of the victims. Each attack leaves behind a trail of grief and suffering, with many families struggling to cope with the sudden and violent loss of their loved ones. The psychological impact of these events cannot be overstated. The economic impact of the violence is also significant. Many businesses have been forced to close, either temporarily or permanently, due to the ongoing threat of attacks. This has resulted in job losses and financial hardship for many individuals and families. The disruption of normal economic activities has further compounded the challenges faced by the local communities. The education sector has also been affected. Schools and colleges have been targets of attacks, and many have been forced to shut down as a precautionary measure. This has disrupted the education of thousands of students, affecting their academic progress and future prospects. The long-term impact on the region's educational outcomes could be substantial. In addition to these direct impacts, the violence has also contributed to a sense of mistrust and division within the community. The fear of potential attacks has led to increased security measures and surveillance, which can strain relationships between different groups and create an atmosphere of suspicion. Addressing these social impacts is essential for fostering resilience and unity in the face of ongoing threats. The recent surge in terrorist activities in Jammu has significant geopolitical implications. The strategic location of the region and its historical context make it a focal point for broader regional and international dynamics. Understanding these implications is crucial for developing a comprehensive approach to addressing the threat. One of the key geopolitical implications is the potential for increased tensions between India and its neighbors. The involvement of cross-border militant groups in the attacks has strained relations with Pakistan, with both countries trading accusations and threats. This escalation in rhetoric and military posturing has raised concerns about the potential for broader conflict in the region. The situation in Jammu also has implications for India's relations with other global powers. Countries such as the United States, Russia, and China have expressed concern over the rising violence and its potential impact on regional stability. These countries have a vested interest in ensuring that the situation does not escalate into a larger conflict that could disrupt global economic and security dynamics. The recent attacks have also highlighted the need for enhanced international cooperation in combating terrorism. The global nature of terrorist networks and their ability to operate across borders necessitates a coordinated response from the international community. Sharing intelligence, resources, and best practices is essential for effectively countering the threat posed by these groups. Additionally, the situation in Jammu underscores the importance of addressing the root causes of terrorism. This includes addressing political grievances, economic disparities, and social injustices that can fuel radicalization and violence. A comprehensive approach that combines security measures with efforts to address these underlying issues is crucial for achieving long-term stability in the region. Given the complexity and urgency of the situation in Jammu, it is essential for the general public to have a detailed understanding of the issues at hand. This knowledge is crucial for fostering informed discussions and supporting effective counter-terrorism measures. By raising awareness, we can contribute to a more resilient and united response to the threat. One of the key aspects of understanding the situation is recognizing the strategic shift of terrorist focus from Kashmir to Jammu. This shift is driven by a combination of factors, including increased security in Kashmir, the symbolic significance of Jammu, and the geographical advantages of the region. Awareness of these motivations can help in developing targeted strategies to counter the threat. The impact of the recent attacks on local communities is another critical area of understanding. The violence has caused significant loss of life, economic disruption, and social division. Recognizing these impacts is essential for supporting the affected populations and addressing their needs. It also underscores the importance of resilience and unity in the face of ongoing threats. The broader geopolitical implications of the situation also warrant attention. The potential for increased tensions between India and its neighbors, as well as the involvement of global powers, highlights the need for a coordinated international response. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for developing effective policies and strategies that can address the threat in a comprehensive manner. Finally, it is important to recognize the need for a multifaceted approach to counter-terrorism. This includes not only security measures but also efforts to address the root causes of terrorism, such as political grievances, economic disparities, and social injustices. By adopting a holistic approach, we can work towards achieving long-term stability and security in the region. Ultimately, a detailed understanding of the situation in Jammu is essential for fostering a well-informed and resilient response to the threat of terrorism. By raising awareness and promoting informed discussions, we can contribute to a more effective and united effort to address the challenges facing the region.